just lost 10,000 Robux, or even more actually. Why is this 14,000 Robux? What the f- That's like nearly 150 Australian dollars. What the hell? It's because this item has crashed so fast. 14,000 Robux? What? Guys, I may have just lost 10,000 Robux, or even more actually. I don't know what to do with my life anymore. Okay, this video isn't totally clickbait, by the way. I actually could lose 10,000 Robux. Keyword there. Could. Here's the situation. If you didn't know, I do Roblox trading a little bit. I started in November, and I sort of worked my way up just a little bit by little bit because, you know, I don't know why. I just decided to get into Roblox trading. This is my current inventory yesterday because we're gonna get into it, trust me. But as you can see here, I'm at about nearly 50,000 Robux value. That aside, however, you can see here that even with 50,000 Robux, I don't have that very many items. I only have 17 items, and the most valuable item I have here is Snowflake Eyes. Snowflake Eyes is this limited, you know, eyes icon thing. I don't know. It looks hella ugly, by the way. I don't know why anyone would buy this. But the reason why I bought this was because of a few factors. Alright, so if you know Roblox trading by any means at all, you know that during Christmas time or whenever there's a holiday, people that don't really buy limiteds start to buy limiteds. I don't know why. But basically, my entire inventory went from 38,000 Robux to 49,000 Robux in 2 days, and I didn't even do anything. I was just sitting down, not even paying attention to Roblox because I was on vacation at the time. And I saw my inventory go up to 50,000 Robux. I was like, what the fuck? What was happening? What was happening was these items I had here all massively inflated in value. Like this item here, I had 3 copies of it, and it went from 3,900 Robux to 4,900 Robux in like 2 days. And I was like, oh my god, this is instant money. So I bundled up these couple of inflated items and traded them away for, you guessed it, Snowflake Eyes. Over here, you can see 24,000 Robux. As you can see here, 24,000 Robux for a hidden value that I will show to you in just a moment. And the reason why I've been holding off and blurring this missing hidden value for Snowflake Eyes for this part of the video is because... Why is this 14,000 Robux? What the fuck? Did I lose 10,000 Robux? How much is that? That's like nearly 150 Australian dollars. What the hell? I'm so down bad. No, look at my inventory. Look at it. Yesterday, 44,000 Robux RIP. Recent average price. Today, 35,000 RIP. Why? Look at it, 14,000 Robux, RIP. The value is still 26,000, but that's only because it only just happened, you know? I was at work, you know? I was working when I found this out. I checked my Roblox thing. Is it embarrassing to care about Roblox at work? I don't know. But I was checking my Roblox thing, and I was like, why the fuck am I on a downward spiral? And I see here, 14,000 Robux. Now, the reason why I went into Snowflake Eyes particularly was because this has been historically one of the safest, most stable, most nothing item in existence. You can see here, yeah, it went all the way up to 50,000 and it went down again. But if you ignore that little peak here, for the past year, or maybe just under a year, you can see here it's practically a straight line. Like, yeah, there's a bump here up and then there's a gradual decline. But that's only like a couple thousand Robux. Who cares about that? It's practically a straight line. And the thing is, I was trading into Snowflake Eyes. When was this? 16 days ago. That's like, I don't know, that's like the 27th or something. On the 27th of December, this item was only at 22,000 Robux. That's the lowest this item's ever been. You can see here, this item has never gone below 22,000 Robux, which is why I was so confident when I did the trade that nothing bad would have ever happened. But yeah, take a look at his number. What the hell? If you take a look at the recent sales of these, you can easily find out how this happened. You can see here that these items were sold for 8 Robux, for -3 Robux, for 922. So as you can see here, went from 24,000 all the way down to 14,000 where it sits today. Ouch. No, so yes, technically I did lose 10,000 Robux in only a couple hours, but To be fair, I said could a lot throughout this video because I actually technically haven't lost 10,000 Robux yet. And here's why. You can see here that the best price for this item is still 25,800 Robux. People normally looking at this massive crash from 24,000 Robux to 14,000 Robux, people's first instinct would be like, oh my god, this item's doing so horribly, I gotta get out of it and instantly sell it for like, I don't know, 16,000 Robux. Just a very low number so they can get out of the item as soon as possible before this item crashes. The thing is, it's not happening to Snowflake Eyes. You can see here, 25,800 Robux. This person here knows that the RAP, the average price is 14,000 Robux, and yet they're selling it for double. So, who gives? What? You can see over here in the premium copies that there's only been these sales here to Vibing Tokyo all 1 hour ago, which is the time frame when all these really low Robux sales were occurring. That's pretty suspicious, isn't it? Let's take a closer look at it. Taking a look at this person's inventory, they're rich as hell. Holy shit, you can buy a house with that money. But that aside, Rolemons has this really cool feature where you can check the UAID of a specific item. Now, a UAID stands for User Asset ID. It is basically a random, unique ID that is assigned to every single copy of an item. So you can see here that each of these Snowflake Eyes has a different UAID because each one of these is, you know, exclusive. It's unique. Taking a look at it, you can also use the UAID because since it's specific, since it's completely locked to a specific copy of an item, you can check the previous owners of that specific copy of item. If we take a look at any one of the items owned by Vibing in Tokyo, you can see that it all came from this one user over here. Clearly, this is a friend or an alt account or something, because all of these copies of Snowflake Eyes... Oh, never mind, not this one. Shit. Practically all but one of the copies of Snowflake Eyes came from this one user. You can see here, I'm just clicking on different UAIDs of Snowflake Eyes. It all just came from the same person. That's a little suspicious, isn't it? You know, what gives? Clearly, this person and Suopi, whatever, are clearly trying to manipulate the market into giving this horrible downwards crash, RAP, whatever bullshit. I don't know. Basically, all I'm trying to say is this 14,000 Robux average price is not real and no one's taking in the bullshit. That's why no one is selling it for 14,000 Robux. People are still holding out at 25,800 Robux, which, by the way, is the highest I've seen. Yesterday, it was only at 24,000, so I feel like we're doing quite well. Now, the thing is, this manipulation, whatever you want to call it, only happened like a few hours ago. That's why the graph hasn't went from there to there. It's because it hasn't updated yet, because it's only happened like a few hours ago, as you can see here. But I have been a little bit nervous, but I'm actually confident that this 14,000 Robux RAP is completely fake. Like, hopefully once the graph updates to have a crash, the stupid idiots who don't know what they're doing, they'll start selling it for the low number, and then we get the smart people mass buying it in rows, as you can see here. And then after that, you know, this item could project. This item could go to the moon. I don't know. But yeah, if you take a look at my graph, you can see it's not very good. Like, yeah, this big line downwards. Not a good sign, but, you know, I don't know. I can only hope for the best. That's all I can do. I can't really do anything, basically. Yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoy me potentially losing 10,000 Robux. Give a like and comment if you got clickbaited by my thumbnail and title. Thanks for watching.